Welcome back everybody to another F1 24 driver career mode episode. Today heading off to Azerbaijan after a bunch of weird stuff at Monza. Just overall crazy race, but let's jump on into this episode. So moving forward, let's check our messages. We got the championship points accolade. Let's take a look. We need to get the 500 for the next one. In that category. Let's see here. Now, I also have the driver rating rivalry with Stroll. So moving forward, we're not going to put any more upgrades into development here until we figure out what the new regulations
I know
are.
you're expecting some new developments to come through, but
We got everything in.
Some of them have failed quality control. We're going to need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
We still haven't figured out what's going to be new, but that's fine. We're just going to save the points for now. We also need to figure out where we're going to spit ourselves out at in terms of a new team. Actually, right now, Alpine's looking fairly decent going into the next season, so that may be where we end up. We may end up re-signing with Alpine just based on our developments right now. So let me jump into the race weekend and I'll head off to qualifying. 390 resource points gained here, and we've completed all our incentive contracts, or not our incentive contracts, all those discounts as well. Let's keep moving here. We gained some experience, that's good, but that doesn't really impact our rating all that much. Very little. Interesting there. Let's keep moving here. We're running really fast here again. Now, I don't know if that's just straight line speed or what, but I've decided that I'm going to move the difficulty up again. We're going to go up to 100. It may have something to do with the patches that they've been put in place. I'm not sure. But we're going to try it out here. We're going to go to the next session, which is qualifying. I did remember to assign
here ahead of qualifying.
the specialist goals before we went into practice, so we're all good on that front. Let's keep moving here. And we'll see what we can do at this track with having the difficulty bumped up again. I think it'll be very interesting to see where our pace actually is still. It's going to require me not to make really any mistakes, so we'll see how that goes. But I do feel like even last episode at Monza, we were still running really well, and I was running well in the practice programs for the race strategy practice program. I was nearly 2 seconds up in terms of the goal time, so I didn't feel like there was really it was definitely time to be able to bump up in difficulty there. So there's a little ERS there. I did not have the best corner careful up through the castle section of the track, using some ERS deploy down the hill. And we'll have to see where this pops us out at. Deploy some here. And we'll wait for the long straightaway as well to deploy. Actually, we're probably going to run out of deploy to use. Use a little bit more, coming to the line. And puts me in third. Maybe I should just use all that all the way to the line, but it's all good. Look at the session info. Ocon has not run a lap yet. That's what I'm trying to kind of base my lap times off of. We're still 4/10 faster compared to him. We're going to be fine to make it into the next session. So that's good news there. I'm not that worried about being overtaken by too many people. It did look like Ocon improved this time. He did, still not quite as fast, but that was a fairly decent lap. Let's move to Q2, see what we can do there. But overall, feeling pretty confident around this track. Even with the higher difficulty, I think we may have a chance at breaking into Q3. I think it'll be close still. But we'll have to see. Because I think we're going to end up right on the edge, whether we get into Q3 or not. I think if we do make it, we're going to be 9th or 10th in this session, is my guess. Just being nice and smooth with it. It's pretty good through there. Just a little bit of deploy used there. So there's cars going down that back straightaway. Very fast run through the castle section. Though I got closer to that barrier and into that section than I would have liked. There's a little bit down the hill there. Do some here. Need to leave points. Use down the straightaway here though. Go. See where we come out here. Then going to use up all the deploy that we can. There we go. Puts me in third. We're nearly 8/10 off for Verstappen, but that's not necessarily surprising. We're sitting steady in third there. Verstappen just set a blazing lap. Ocon still needs to set a time. Where are we looking right now? We're holding steady in third. Ocon is in 10th. We dropped down to 4th. I'm going to tentatively say that we're going to be safe. Maybe the wrong call here, but we're going to just skip through. Nope, we're fine. By the looks of it. I think Okan's out though. Okan is out here. Just did not have a good run. We make it into Q3. And I will say comfortably into Q3, so maybe need to be looking at some maybe even more difficulty moving forward. We'll have to see though as we move forward here. Left a hot lap now. I was saving just a little bit there. Hopefully it should help me out. Not that that's been my problem so far. It's more that I run out of deploy too soon, rather than the ERS itself. It's kind of a late night qualifying here for the third session. There's not really any lights, so it's kind of a cool scene. Certainly looks nice. Just an employee there. It's been fairly good lap here so far. Maybe a little time lost there. It's one of the tires slid. We'll use an employee down the hill. We may need to run another lap. Maybe it's too aggressive over that curb. We want to run a fast lap, I think. I think we want it to be in a 39 second range in order to have a chance, but we'll see here. Okay, we've maxed out the deploy. Sets us in 6th. We'll look at the times. There's a little bit more pace there. 9th. We can probably break into 6th. I don't think we can jump all the way up to Norris. That would be an incredible lap. We'll run another lap. We'll wait towards the end to do so. Make sure we've got new tires on. Head out there. Yeah. Not that 9th is a terrible starting position, but I think we can eke just out a little bit more time. It's just going to be a matter of...
And that's just 30 seconds left in the session.
Making sure that we optimize the lap. Get a deploy. We have a good run here. Maybe too many downshifts there. Down nearly a 10th here right now. I'm hoping I can make it up through some of the upcoming corners, where it's a little bit iffy. Made up some time, as long as I don't blow it like I did for that corner. Lost some time there. Gain some time through there. That was not the time I was counting on. I thought we'd gain a few tenths. So maybe my first lap wasn't terrible. Smacked the wall there.
Mind that front wing. It's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Yeah, well, we're okay though. We don't have many corners coming up here now. Use up all the deploy once again. DRS basically gets us to the DRS line. We're up, what, a tenth and a half there. Keeps us in ninth. Kind of unfortunate there, but we'll work with it and move forward. I think we're set up fairly well for the race.
With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main
And
race.
there's not many, not a ton of passing opportunities,
so
just the
sure
front,
join us then.
that main straightaway there. So, yeah, we'll just kind of see what we can do. Let's see how this impacts our rating. 250 up on the pace, and so still good to see that we're above expectations there, even with the higher difficulty. Do we have any announcements? We do not. Let's jump into the race now. We've got 26 laps here. It's just going to be staying consistent for the entirety of it, so let's jump on into it.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku, and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners, and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. The Baku city circuit measures roughly 6 kilometers, and it's made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town, and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to a catastrophic consequence for any one of our drivers. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Russell, Norris, Sainz, Perez, Hamilton, Benjamin, Albon, Fernando Alonso, Hülkenberg, Stroll, Ocon, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Bottas, Sargent, Magnussen, and Zhou Guanyu. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you know, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, you know, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, you know, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
We've got a great chance of getting another points finish in this race. Keep it clean and hopefully we can work our way up the field.
So as we jump in here, no grid penalties, at least up front. One-stop strategy, plain and simple there. Don't need to make any changes. Topping into it, see what we can do here. Perez on the hard. That's going to be a very interesting strategy here early.
Somewhere on the internal combustion engine, be aware that
We go wide into turn one, but we are up a couple positions. We'll see how that plays out for us. Using some ERS here to keep up with the pack. We're on the brakes early there. And oh, we left the door open for Hamilton. He leaves the door open for us there though. Okay, I'd like to not be too wide heading into the castle section, please. Thank you. Very much appreciate that. That would not have been a fun experience. Using ERS down the hill. I should be saving that though for the long straightaway where I'm going to need to use a lot to keep up, and I don't have very much deploy left, so that's great. Hamilton's already got a run on me, so maybe I should be using him for some slipstream here. And Ocon's up to order. He is making great gains here already. Save just a little bit of play here.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Ooh, that was a sketchy corner there. And apparently Ocon was in front of me there. We're able to get DRS off of him. Very nice, thank you. Oh, and I think we just forced Ocon into the wall. Actually, we may have. I may have caused his wheel to fall off. We're going to take a look at that later. Red flag is out.
Chance to take a breath. We've got another half of this race to go, and there's still a big opportunity there.
We're going to go hard. The wear hasn't been that bad around here, so that's obviously the strategy to go with. We're a few spots up the grid now, 2 to be exact. And not a great start there. Again, wide. Oh, we're just getting into everybody. We're going to have another safety car here, I think.
Damage to your front wing, damage to your front wing.
Yep, we got another safety car.
Okay, the safety car is out. Safety car is out. We need
and
to form up at reduced pace.
I have damaged
Make sure to keep it positive. Okay,
the rear wing.
Which has resulted in lots of loose debris on the track. The safety car is being deployed.
Oh, we don't have another set of hards.
Well, what happened? Let me know you're okay.
It was under a safety car. I'm just stupid. There's a runoff zone there too, isn't there? Sure is. Nope. I just decided to plow it right into the wall. Well, it's going to be a short episode today, guys. Let's see who wins this. It's a double DNF for the Alpines. This is not going to help out my rating at all. We just got to retire from the session. Though we're not going to be in last, but close enough.
It's never an easy race here in Azerbaijan. There's drama around every corner, but they've come through to take a brilliant victory here today.
Question mark?
They had to
Did Albon win?
Their overtaking today as they worked their way through
What?
the field. And those kind of race victories are so enjoyable because it's not just like winning
What
on the front. They really had to work for it today.
What happened to this race? I can't even see the full replay.
Oh, here they are now. I always love seeing the independent teams do well, and Williams have a long and storied history with F1. So I'm delighted
Look
to see
at
them
your podium.
once again on the top step
What
of
in the world
podium.
happened? What has happened? I'm really upset that I do not have a full replay of this race. Because trust me, I'd sit down for the 45 minutes or whatever it is, and I would just sit down and watch that race. But I don't have the full replay.
Wild weekend of Formula One action.
Oh my
Can't
word.
wait to see what's next.
What happened? It's Albon, Hulkenberg, and Ricardo on your podium. Sargent in 4th. Bottas in 5th. Guan Yu in 6th. Stroll in 7th. Sainz is the last car on the lead lap. We've got Norris, Piastri, Perez, and Tsunoda all 1 lap down. Then Hamilton, Leclerc, Magnussen, Russell, Verstappen all 2 laps down. Then you've got Alonso, ourselves, and Ocon with DNFs. Let's take a look at the race director. Okay, so the cars that finished 1 lap down pitted twice. I don't even know what happened. Because my review will only show up until I wrecked out. Like, I can't go any further. So this is when I want to see, did I take Ocon's wheel off? No, he just ran into the wall, I think. I don't feel like that was... Can we get a different angle on this? Let's go to Ocon. Nope, that's Perez. That should give us good enough view. Actually, it may have been... Let's pause here. There we go. Did I force Perez? Maybe a little bit, but I don't feel like you can... Maybe it's our fault. I'm not sure how you want to call that. But then... So we got the red flag here. Then we got the restart here. Where you see us wreck. Then we got the safety car. And I can only see this race up until there. I cannot see the rest of the race. Can I save the... I'll have to see... If I can see the full race with saving that full race replaying, I will add something to the end of this video explaining, or like right after this. But at the moment, I've got nothing. So, again, your podium, Albon, Hulkenberg, and Ricardo. The only dominant cars, or good cars that are in the top 10 are Sainz, Norris, and Piastri. What was this race? I'm super interested, and I can't even see it. So let's move into the driver ratings. Once I try to grab a thumbnail here quick, I don't even know what to say. Experience goes down a little bit, so does racecraft. Awareness somehow goes up. Pace goes, yeah, that's what I was worried about. Focus goes way down. Still 78, which is good. Can Okay, recognition stays the same. We're going to fail one of these, I believe. Nope, apparently we did not. Not sure how that happened. Let's advance here. Now I still haven't been able to look at the replay. I have to back out and go into theater mode in order to see that replay. So that will have been before this. If you saw it, then you know what's happened. But in the current moment, I do not. Yeah, we smashed our performance. Yada yada yada. Next, off to Singapore, another street course with very tight lanes, tight corners, barriers everywhere. So we'll have to see how we do there. In terms of R&D, we're not doing anything at the moment until we figure out those new regulations. And at the moment, it's looking like our best option is to stay with Alpine. Let's take a look at the standings. Still in 10th. But Albon has jumped up to 11th in terms of the points dropping. Ocon was right behind us, but now he's down in 14th with that crazy result. Williams has jumped up to 7th. Maybe need to put up some more points there. They keep getting some craziness there. Haas's only points have come from Hulkenberg, and that was with him having a second place finish there. Again, just absolutely crazy. Now the only person without points is Magnussen. So, very interesting there. The other thing that's interesting to note here is the fact that RB is in 9th in the constructors. So there is that. So probably not going to go with them. We've been kind of leaning that way anyways, but definitely so now. So that's going to wrap things up for today, guys. Again, I know it's a little shorter, unless you've seen that replay, in which case it's probably about normal length. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the episode today, guys, with all this craziness. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.